So yeah, and then there's sample work. You know, I might be playing a rose, and Focus is over here flipping a sample and breaking that up and playing it live in the Pro Tools, or we'll either play it live in the Pro Tools or we'll work it out on our thing and we'll send it to him. So we have also something called InstaShare that we're using, so we can just file share. So when we get our little thing, so if you make your little 8-bar sample thing together, and you know it's quantized, it's right on the beat and everything, it would be better to send that than to play it in, because you quantize it and it's perfectly on the beat where it's supposed to be. So you just insta-share that to the engineer, he pulls it directly into the session, and bam, you're going. Sometimes I need to play something, but the sound is not in my rig. So Fred Rec would be like, yo, you need these strings, and I would run over there to his rig and play it from there. So it's just it's a mutual admiration society, and there's really no egos in the room, which is what allows for that process to take place.
So what was the hardest part of the whole process?
It wasn't nothing hard about it, man. Like, to be honest with you, it was just easy. Like when you have the right people, it's like when, you know, somebody asked Quincy Jones, when Quincy Jones was working on something, I don't remember what, but you know, people were in there playing, and the engineer was like, "You're not saying anything." You know, he was like, "You're the producer." Usually, I'm used to the producer saying a lot, talking to the musicians. He's like, "You're not saying anything." And Quincy said, "If you got the right people, you don't have to say anything, and if you got the wrong people, there's nothing you can say." I was like, "That's probably why you're Quincy." Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I get it. So that's kind of what it was. I mean, he's definitely at the helm. Like, he's Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Like, clearly, he knows what he wants and he knows how to get it out of us. And we're just the people that can take what's in his head and manifest it almost as quickly as he can explain it. So he's like, "Well, can you do that more like this?" Yep. So just do it. It's like, okay, that's it, you know, and then we move on to the next thing. This is the kind of synergy that makes that kind of music possible. You know, people ask me all the time, how involved is Dre in it? Extremely. Like, Dre is extremely involved. A lot of the lead lines that you hear me playing is stuff that he hummed to me, but he also respects my expertise too. So if he hums something that doesn't fit musically, I'll tell him, and he's like, "Okay, well, can you do this?" And I'm like, "That's better," and then I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a back and forth. It's a dance. It's like it's really no ego. Like, that dude is the least egotistical person I've ever met. Like, there's no real ego. We're just all trying to get something. He's clearly the boss, but it's not based on ego. It's based on he's the one paying all of us. So, and it's his vision that we're all manifesting. So naturally, he's the boss, but it's not he has a picture in his studio in Malibu in his house, which is where we did most of the work on Compton. We're still doing a lot of work now. It says, "Your ego is not your amigo." And I was like, yeah, this is where I need to be working, cuz. So that's what, you know, it's the single most fulfilling place that I've ever worked. And I've worked in some pretty fulfilling places.